Well, quite as promised as the July 9 deadline nears, where the 90-day relief that he had extended to different countries, US President Donald Trump has indeed started rolling out letters to various countries that he has not yet signed a trade deal with. In fact, as we're getting, Donald Trump has already issued letters which state that 25% tariffs will be imposed on Japan and South Korea. Donald Trump took to Truth Social, the social media platform that he has created, and gave screenshots of two letters that he has issued to the governments of these two countries. In fact, one of the letters, just to read out to you, says goods transshipped to evade higher tariff will be subject to that higher tariff. Transshipping in this case appears to refer to the practice of transferring goods to an interim country prior to the final shipment of US in order to skirt tariffs. So here it is, the first letter which has been sent to Japan and South Korea, which says that 25% tariffs have now been imposed on these two countries. It is learned that it's about 12 countries that Trump has issued such letters to. Meanwhile, shortly after Donald Trump's announcement, the US stock markets fell massively. In fact, the Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped 447 points, that is about 1%, while the S&P 500 fell about 0.8%. And the Nasdaq Composite, which is the tech-heavy index on the Wall Street, crashed about 0.9%. Various stocks turned lower, including Tesla. Well, that's primarily because of different issues surrounding Elon Musk, but the markets have been down following Donald Trump's decision to impose 25% on these countries. In fact, these announcements are quite in line with what the US government has been, the signals that the US government has been giving out. In fact, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent had said earlier today that various tariff-related announcements and economic announcements would be made in the next 48 hours, so that is quite in line. It is pertinent to note that this comes at a time when the BRICS summit, which is on right now in Brazil, Donald Trump has already announced that a 10% tariff, additional 10% tariff will be imposed on those countries which are associated with the BRICS bloc. It is also important to note that the Indian delegation, which has been negotiating with Donald Trump over tariffs, was stationed in Washington last week, the whole of last week, and returned on Friday. There were expectations that a mini trade deal would be signed between the two countries. However, that plan seems to have not taken shape even as we approach the July 9 deadline. So we need to watch out for what exactly are the decisions that are rolled out when it comes to tariff and trade-related matters between India and US.